Chapter 119. Master actually wants to steal my man. Alright. Sanshi was excited. It was not that he was more interested in changing his environment. Rather, he wanted to use the teleportation ray to sink into the depths of the void and be crushed by the power of space again. He estimated that if he fell into it again, he would be able to raise his top-ray diamond Dharma body to the level of a spirit body. Then let's go. Liu Ruxu happily brought Sanshi to the outer sex teleportation hall. So has Liu Ruxu's Dao companion? I heard he is in charge of keeping the dogs in the kennels. TSK, I haven't seen him in 2 months. I guess has too embarrassed to show his face here. However, this person actually made an inner sect disciple take the initiative to come out to dual cultivate. He has won a lot of face for our outer sect disciples. Despite the surprised and mocking gazes of many people, Liu Ruxu did not care at all. She brought Sanshi to the inner sect with a smile. In the inner sect's teleportation hall, Sanshi lowered his head to observe the array after appearing. This is my master's violet moon abode. My cave abode is a superior level cave abode that is below hers. Liu Ruxu introduced happily. There should be many such teleportation arrays in the inner sect, right? Sanshi fell into deep thought. He realized that this teleportation array was different from the outer sect's teleportation hall. There was only one here and there were 18 in the outer sect. Only Golden Core Spiritual Masters and Martial Dao Kings are qualified to set up direct teleportation arrays. Therefore, there are only 18 inner sect disciples, corresponding to 18 Golden Core Spiritual Masters and Martial Dao Kings. Liu Ruxu explained. 18. Sanshi's eyes lit up. No. There are 20 of them. There are also 2 large teleportation arrays set up in the book depository and the conference hall. Liu Ruxu shook her head. There should be existences above the Gold Core realm in the Yao Moon Palace, right? Sanshi was curious. With so many Gold Core realm cultivators, they should be able to give birth to more powerhouses. Nascent souls and martial emperors don't need such short-distance teleportation arrays to teleport themselves. Liu Ruxu smiled. I heard from my senior brothers and sisters that only the Palace Master and the Grand Ancestor have reached this level. The other elders are working hard to break through. That's amazing. There are actually 2 of them. Sanshi was shocked. He knew that the founding Emperor of Great Jin was at this level, which meant that the Yao Moon Palace also had the ability to establish a country. You haven't seen the scenery outside Violet Moon Palace yet, right? I'll bring you there to take a look. I guarantee you'll be very surprised. Liu Ruxu smiled mysteriously and left Violet Moon with Sanshi. They went to the corridor outside. As far as the human eye could see, there were only white clouds. Sanshi's pupils constricted, and he hurriedly walked to the guardrail and looked down. A crescent mountain peak was right beneath their feet, tiny like a normal crescent moon. Hiss. Sanshi took a deep breath and said, in shock, the Violet Moon Palace is actually in the sky. That's right, this place is at a height of 100,000 feet. You can receive the power of the 9 heavens moonlight at any time here. Liu Ruxu put her hands behind her back. Her skin was like a bright moon with a faint luster. It's precisely because this place is too high that it's very troublesome to go down. That's why I set up a short-distance teleportation formation. If the array formation is broken, we can only borrow other array formations. It's a little too dangerous and time-consuming to fly down by ourselves. No wonder. Sanshi was enlightened. Previously, he had thought that it was extremely extravagant of the Yao Moon Palace to set up a teleportation array between the inner and outer sects. Now, the reason they did it seemed to make more sense. They were high up in the sky. It was fine if they went down, but if they wanted to come up, they would probably need flying Dharma treasures. It's not simple. Sanshi sighed in his heart. What kind of methods were needed to build the inner sect so high up in the sky? He looked up and saw palaces floating around, as if forming a huge object. Standing here, he could only see what would be considered the tip of the iceberg. Therefore, why don't you just stay in the inner sect? The spiritual chi and environment here are better. Liu Ruxu suggested. I'll stay for a while longer, but I still have to go back to the outer sect. Although I don't do the dog-rearing chores myself, there are some handover matters that I still have to attend to. Sanshi was quite interested in the inner sect and was willing to stay for a few more days. At this moment, Ziyu's voice came from the depths of the palace behind her. Zuer, Bring your Dao companion over. Liu Ruxu was surprised. It was fine if her master was looking for her. Then why was she looking for Sanxi? Not daring to ask further, she still respectfully replied to the voice from the depths of the palace. Yes, master. Let's go. Well, go through the main entrance of the main hall so you can see the full grandeur of the palace. This time, Liu Ruxu brought Sanxi to another isle and soon arrived in front of a purple palace. This place was surrounded by clouds and mist, and the light was bright and beautiful. There was a purple full moon on the door, which looked a little strange and dreamy. When Sanxi saw this, he felt a little apprehensive. Illusionary techniques were too strange. He did not know how to deal with them even after encountering them a few times. Coming, Liu Ruxu brought Sanxi into the palace. The light in the hall dimmed, and it was as if they were in the night sky. A purple full moon hung at the top of the hall. As the angle he was standing at was completely different, he couldn't see Ziyu's bed this time. Sanxi exclaimed. When he reached this place, he felt like he had instantly entered the night sky. Not bad. In just 2 months, you have advanced to the 10th level of Qi refinement under dual cultivation and can now use the Ice Spirit Spring Water to break through the limit of Qi refinement and reach the foundation establishment realm in advance. Ziyu's voice seemed to come from all directions, carrying a distant and dreamy feeling. It's all thanks to young master's higher cultivation level than mine. He has been of great help to me and I owe it to him for my improvement. Liu Ruxu said humbly. Yes, I can tell. Moreover, he improved faster than you. He has already advanced by a small level in the foundation establishment realm in just 2 months. As Ziyu spoke, she suddenly changed the topic. Since you want to break through the limit of Qi refinement, you can only rely on yourself. You won't need him for the time being. I want to ask if you can lend your Dao companion to your master. Sanxi was stunned. What did she mean? Borohim, Liu Ruxu was stunned for a moment, and said uncomfortably, Master, how do you plan to use him? I'll do what you do. Sanxi and Liu Ruxu's expressions changed. This woman is actually thirsting for my body. Sanxi was speechless, but at the same time, he was exceptionally happy. He felt that his charm had increased explosively. Master actually wants to snatch my man. Liu Ruxu's face turned pale and she became a little dejected. She was just a Qi refinement disciple. What right did she have to reject a golden core cultivator? Don't be nervous, in just using him to help me cultivate. I won't fight with you for a man. If I make a breakthrough later, I'll give you a huge gift to thank you. Ziyu chuckled. I've become a tool. Sanxi was a little dumbfounded. He had thought that his cool temperament, his stubble, and his handsome face was what attracted this person to him. In the end, she was actually greedy for his cultivation. He said angrily, Fairy Ziyu, you haven't asked for my opinion. Help me cultivate, and I will guarantee that you will make another breakthrough in a short period of time. I will also owe you a favor. Fairy Ziyu bewitched him. You won't refuse, right? Sanxi looked at Liu Ruxu. Looks like in just cultivating with her. What do you think? You already know what it's like to dual cultivate. Liu Ruxu pursed her red lips and looked resentful.